Hello.
Hey Mandy,
Hi.
how you doing?
I'm good.
Good. Are you okay with camera off or on?
I don't have my camera off.
Okay, no problem. Thank you. Yeah, I just want to make sure for anything else. Um, but yeah, thank you so much for working, being flexible and scheduling. I know last week was kind of chaos with the holiday and all that stuff.
Yeah.
So, um, but I know you had some questions about FAFSA and some other things. So I just want to make sure I can answer all of your questions today.
Yes.
Okay. So what specifically did you have in mind? What's going on?
Um, I know for the FAFSA so-called, it's not still not open for the 20 for next year that semester FAFSA yet. So, like when I attended the FAFSA thing with the that during the first generation week that week, I attended it, but I missed like a little bit in the beginning. I know it's just like the intro and stuff, and when I was at that part about like that so-called both my parents would need to like create a account.
Yeah.
My question was that like because so-called be most of the time it's mostly my mom on my FAFSA, and then like after so-called when I was at Truman, so-called they divorced that during that time already. And then so-called we had some issues, so my mom had to bring her like marriage certificate and all those stuff to the FAFSA to to fix it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. My question is, do I need to create one for my dad too? Is
I'm thinking, let me think because do you feel like there's going to be the same issue
that's what
as
I was
before?
thinking if it would like if that would be a problem again because that's what happened last time when I like during when I first attended Truman during 2017. That's when they took a divorce, and then like during that festival time they me had my parents to come into one of my mom to bring in her marriage certificate, all those stuff to like clarify it that she was divorced. Yeah.
Yeah, I can imagine, I can assume, I only say assume
Mm-hmm.
because it's not out yet, like the actual form,
Mm-hmm. Yes.
we can't see like the questions. And I know they walked us through like
Mm-hmm.
what the student and the parents can expect, what's going to be needed, but when it gets to that question in terms of like the parenting information, that's going to be the part that, um, you know what? Let me see. Let me check one thing.
Oh, okay.
Only because I don't know what type of question is going to ask. Because I know that they do technically ask for both parents' information, but
Yeah, I've been
considering you
mostly
only
putting my mom
use,
in there for that
yeah,
festival after that.
right. So that's the part where I'm not clear on if it'll let you bypass that part. That part
Oh,
I
okay.
can't say yes and no to, only because we don't have access to the actual application yet to
Yes, yes,
see
yes.
what the formatting will look like.
Uh-huh.
But I want to check and see one thing. I'm going to reach out to Maureen
Mm-hmm.
Amos in the financial aid office to
Yeah.
see if she knows, because I know she is the executive director.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But just because, again, like it's not even out yet,
Yes, yes.
so they might not be able to see how far we can get with that question. But let me double check. I can call her real quick. So if you don't mind holding on a couple minutes, I can come back on the line.
Yeah, okay, okay.
Okay, thanks. Oh, did you have any other questions you want me to ask or add to that just to make sure?
That's really the major problem. Like if I because and I think that this also said they live to get like separate kind of for the fast food thing to send a
Uh-huh.
code or something. They both have a social security card and stuff like that. It's just that like they so-called we're all still live in the same house. And then so-called about the sending if they need to send another code or something, that one. I'm not sure would it need to is it okay to send to a PO box or something for the code if I need to send a code for the fast food for my parent card?
Let me find that out too.
Yeah, okay.
These are good questions
Yeah.
because with all the changes, that's going to be something that we would need to know as well,
Yeah,
because
yeah.
I know years prior, there was never, from what I remember, I've never had any issues with students like sending the FAFSA to a specific place. So the
Mhm.
PO box, that might also be the addition
Mhm.
to the update. So we got to find that out.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I'll find out. Give me like 3 minutes and I'll come right back.
Oh, okay, okay.
Okay, thanks. Okay, Maggie, you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Thank you so much for your wait. So I did not reach Maureen. So what I'm going to do is find this information out.
Mhm.
So if you can bear with me, I'm going to try to expedite and see how much information I can get.
Mhm.
That way, so you can actually have the correct information.
Oh.
I know that we are having a FAFSA workshop in January where someone's going to come in from ISAC and they're going to actually discuss the FAFSA, the form, how students can apply, like what information is needed from you, the parents, and all that stuff. So because it's not until January,
Yes, yes.
It's kind of hard to give out real information until they actually come in and sit down with us. So the best thing that I would also encourage you, when we do get that information in terms of dates and times, we will send that out to all of our TRIO students. So if you want to attend one of those workshops, that would be the perfect time to sit in on it so that you can actually ask more questions and like actually get pertinent information to the FAFSA and how you can go home and like say, hey, this is what we need, or I don't need this information, but now I need this. So that way you'll have direct information from the source.
Okay.
But first I want to find out, how this is going to work for you and if you will need both parents' information. If so, then what information will they require? That's something that we need to find out because I know both of your parents would have to create a new FSA ID. There's just a lot of changes, so it's going to be both of them having to input information, and they both have to be willing. Not to say that your mom might not be willing, but your dad might not be willing, or vice versa. So it's going to be a little bit of more of a challenge to get all of that information together.
Yeah, like the question was like if I added my dad, would it really like kind of affect how much I'll be getting for my fast? But that's really kind of the question too.
Yeah, I mean, I want to say no because I know there should be an option on there that's going to ask just the knowledge that I've gotten so far. I'm going to ask who is, like that question about being a dependent or independent student. So because you're technically a dependent student, your one of those parents will be like the main financial responsibility in terms of like your financial responsibility to FAFSA. So if you've only been using your mom's information so far, I would assume it should be that option on the same form. The only difference is they're going to just ask you, okay, so do both of your parents exist? Are they considering their divorce, it's going to ask for both of their information, but only one of them. I want to say only one of them should be. You should have the option to select one parent as the actual financial responsibility over you being filling out a FAFSA. You don't have to add both, but I want to double check on that because if they're giving students the option, although they need both parents, I want to make sure that's going to be how it's going to look. That's going to be the layout.
Yes.
I'll find out just to make sure.
Okay.
Yeah, so these are the complications we get when things are changing and we don't have tangible evidence yet, but we know it's coming.
Yeah.
All these questions come out. So this is a very good question too, because it'll allow us in the future to kind of reference and guide our students that actually have the same questions and go through that same issue too, because I mean, it wouldn't make sense to me if you're only going to use one parent. Why do you need both parties' information?
Yeah.
But I don't make the rules. We don't make the rules. We're just, distributors of this information. Yeah. So I guess the way to make more changes and better changes is to have all these questions and have answers. And so that way these, I guess I can't say it is the U.S. Department of Education, but some things just need to be streamlined better. So I definitely understand like how it could be frustrating for you and others, but I'm going to get the answer for you.
Okay.
So as soon as I do, I will follow back up. Okay. And that way you can have something to look forward to. And then I will send out that information about the FAFSA workshop in January. I know it's going to be after the new year.
Okay.
There will be 4 of them. So I believe it's going to be one workshop every week for 4 weeks.
Okay.
But that's in the works right now in terms of like the times, what date, so that we can send out all that through email. So then once you do get it, definitely sign up for one of them so that way you can actually listen in and have or ask questions where needed.
Oh, okay. Yes.
Yeah. So anything else I can help you with or research while I'm working on this question for you?
So-called one of the days I was on campus, somehow my financial aid, the work study package, opened up.
Mm-hmm.
Would that be a financial aid question, like to ask the financial aid office, the people? Because like all of a sudden I saw one of the student was walking around asking for like if people want to do work study on campus, and then all of a sudden I saw my little work study package open up, and then it disappeared for a little bit. It disappeared.
That would be a question for your financial aid coordinator.
Mm-hmm.
So the person that's in financial aid office on campus,
Mm-hmm.
they will be able to actually pull that information up to see what happened with that.
Mm-hmm.
It's something in the system that they will have to work study as.
Okay.
Even though like you can fill it out like when you do the FAFSA, it might actually write into the work study. You can say yes, and then the financial aid office here will have to then make the updates on their side. So I would talk with, let me see who your coordinator is. I would talk to that person first and see exactly what happened. I believe your person should be Giancarlo Peregrina. Does that name sound familiar?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, if you want to reach out, you want the phone number or email, I can give you both if you want.
Yeah, you can give me both.
Okay, so the phone number is 773-442-5005.
Okay, got it.
Email is g-pegrina@neiu.edu.
Oh, okay.
So just briefly ask the question if there's any concern or updates need to be made with that, and then so he or she will be able to go over that with you. And then I'm reaching out. I've already left a voicemail to Maureen Amos, but I'm sending her an email as well, just so that hopefully she'll answer that question sooner than later.
Okay.
And we'll go from there. So hopefully we'll get the hope is to have the FAFSA workshop dates and time before we go on Christmas break. So that way our students can start planning, come back and like get started in the workshops. But like I said, once we get all that confirmed, we'll definitely send that out through our Trio email blast that you normally will get, and then you can sign up for that, and we'll see you there.
Okay.
All right, Mandy, if you need anything else or have more questions, just let me know, and I'll be able to assist you better.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. Enjoy the rest of your day.
You too. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Hi.
2點半爸爸熄咗嗰個煲啊，我搵緊支腳啊，我可以好細火，有少少啊。
2點半，OK。
2點半啊，
係。
夠鐘。